Let's say you are working on one data loading project. In that, you need to load this CSV file data into SQL Server table. But the problem is there here, comma is also a separator of the two column, and comma here is also a data. Here you can see that in description it is written that great font, comma, high performance and excellent data. So if you do it normally using the flat file and OLEDB destination, then all this data will consider it as a separate column. So how will you handle this problem in SSIS? Hi, this is Krupali from KnowHow Academy. I welcome you all to SSIS playlist. Before going ahead in this video, let me tell you what you will learn from this video. From this video, you will learn how to insert comma separated file data in SQL Server which contain comma itself a data. So without delay, let's get started. So here this is my CSV file which contain comma as a data in the description column. Now if you just design a flow normally, so it may ignore the rest of the data which is there after the comma, or it may give some unexpected result. So for that, what you need to do? First of all, you need to take one SSIS package. Now let me take one SSIS package by right clicking on it and click on new SSIS package. Then you need to take one data flow task. Now in data flow task, you need to double click on it, and in that you need to design a different task. So here you can search for the task flat file source. So double click on it, and here I am closing my CSV file, and here double click on that, click on action, new connection, and click on browse and search for the file from the download. Here my CSV file is there in download folder. So I'm selecting this data file, and if you go to the columns, here you can see this is the data. But here you can see that description contain only get font. Whatever data is there after the get font, it is truncated, but that should not be the case. So here I will go to the advanced, delete all the columns, and whatever data I am getting from the flat file, I will take it into only one column here. So click on new, and then just let me just delete that first. Click on new again, and here remove the column 0 and write all data. Okay, and click on OK. Once it is done, go again to the columns, and you can see that the data is there, and then click on OK. So from the flat file, data I am reading in only one column. Now after that, whatever data is there in one column, I want to separate it into a several column. So for that, I will take one action called derived action. Derived, where it is derived columns, not derived action. And here let me zoom little bit. Here whatever the output of flat file is, that I will give it to the derived column. Now here in derived column, I will write a segregate column which is there from the one column. So here how many column you should made? So let me open that download folders and open that XML, not XML but CSV file. Now this 8 column, not 8 but 9 column I should make with the proper data type. So here for index, let me go here and write here the in column name index, and expression I will write 0. That means it will take 4-bit signed integer. If you write 0 in expression, automatically data type consider it as a 4-byte signed integer. Okay, then the next column should be let me just go here this side, and next column should be product. So I'm just copy this column name. You can write it manually, it's your choice. Then here in expression, this is a varchar. Why? Because my destination table column data type is varchar. So here I need to make a column with the varchar data type. So here inside a square bracket, you should write dt_str. Then what can be the length of that column? So let's say I'm keeping as 50, and I should write 1252, and then double quotation. So automatically data type is converted or consider it as a string. So for the rest of the column, category, subcategory, brand and type and everything, I will write it manually and decide the data type. So here in text column, I just copy this expression and paste it, and let's say in subcategory it is also string, brand is also string, sale price and market price I should keep it as an integer. If you want to keep it as a float, then you should write 0.0. So automatically it will convert it into a numeric data type. Then rating should also be a 0. Let me write 0 here. And here in description, it's also a string data type. So here I should write like that. Okay, and then click on OK. So whatever data I'm getting from the flat file, I am just converting into a different column. Now after that, I need to identify whether the comma is a separator or itself it is a data. So for that, I need to take one another action or task that is script component. So from that, I want to perform transformation. So I'm selecting transformation. And then whatever the output of this derived column, it should go to the script column. So I should just drag that and double click on it. And in input column, I need to select all the columns. Why? Because whatever column I am getting, I want to modify it or I want to read it. So this column I am getting all data, that should be read only, and rest of the column I want to write data inside that. So I will select that read and write for all the column except all data, which contain all the column data. So here I am selecting that and go to the script again and double click on that. Once you double click on that, one new window will open, and inside that I need to write a script. Now which script I will write? I will write a script which will segregate each and all column value based on comma, and it will identify whether the comma is a separator or whether the comma is itself data in a column. So here I need to scroll down, and here in this function input 0 underscore processing input row, I need to write a code. So I'm directly pasting the code and then I will explain. So let me paste the code. So here I have pasted the code, and let me just scroll down. Some error is there. I think where's the error is. Let me find out. Here row brand. Okay, some error is there. Let's see what should be. I think the column name should be brand, or maybe I have written something else. Let me go back here and let me click on OK. And here let me see what's the name of the column. Here this is a brand column, and data type should be that 50. Okay, so let me click on that, edit the script again and go to the last and write row dot brand. Okay, maybe I made a spelling mistake, and the brand value, I think it's a, let's see what's the data type of that. Brand data type is read only. Here I need to make it as a write. Okay, and then click on OK. Double click it again, because why I'm writing it, and the permission is only read only. So that's why it's generating an error. Although spelling was correct. So here now this is gone. So here what I have done, I have taken a toString variable. In first string variable, I am containing all the data which I am reading from the flat file. So this is that. And in description, I am keeping it as right now blank. Then I will identify whether the comma is a data or a separator. If it is data, then I will paste it or concatenate into the description column. And this column and this loop, for loop, will identify if the column number is 0 or separator. Let's say we are reading each and every value one by one. So whatever value we are reading at the 0th, that is index. So here I am converting into a integer 32. Why? Because whatever data we are getting from the flat file, by default it is in a string format. So if my destination data type is integer, so I need to make sure that it should convert it. Now here product, category, subcategory and brand, that is same. but here sell price and market price I am converting into a decimal, and since the data type is integer, so I am converting explicitly into the integer, and so on. Now here how many columns are there? Here only 8 columns are there, but here when you read data, this is the 9 number column and this is the 10 number column. Why? Because each and every value is separated by comma. So here I will write if 8 equal to I equal to 8, then I am pasting that rating information into the rating column. But after that, whatever the number of column is there, it will concatenate with it. So here I have done with that. So this code will remove comma separator from the file or from the data, and if the comma is itself a data, it will perform the concatenation job. So I hope you understand till now. Then here let me just save it and go back, and here let me click on OK. Once I click on OK, that red color cross will go. That means my script is correct. Now let me just close that. And what I need to do after getting the data? After getting the data, I need to insert it into the OLEDB destination. So here let me search for OLEDB destination. Here OLEDB destination, where it is? Let me just write it. OLEDB destination, and then put it. Now whatever the output of that script component, I am pasting it in, or I am just setting it into the SQL Server data source. So let me click on OK. Then let me just select the table name and mapping it. Here index ID is there, so let me select index, and for product name I am selecting product, and go to that and go back again. Now here it is mapped everything okay. So here my OLEDB destination is also there. Now you want that how my data will look after scripting or after converting it into a proper data. So here let me just click here and click on enable data viewer. So before inserting, you will able to see how my data will look. Okay. So let me save that and click on execute task. Here I think some error occurred. Comma component encoded protected. Let me just close that. Go to here. Go to the script component, and maybe some error is there dynamically. So let me find it out what's the error is. Here there is no syntax error. So let me just put a breakpoint here and save it, and make sure that my data is there in a correct format. Okay. So let me go to go here and click on OK, and let me click on execute task. Now since I have put a breakpoint, so that window will open and breakpoint will fire automatically. Now here you will see that a breakpoint is fired. Then I'm going step into inside that. Then let's see what's the data in that. Now here this is the data, right? Now after that what I will do, I will store empty value in description. Then if the value of I is 0, then I am converting it into the index. Now here I am converting into a integer. So here row index value is 1. Then for the one value, then for the second, then it will go for the third column. Let's check for the fourth. It's working fine. Then fifth. Now here, debugging is a way that you can identify your logical error. Okay. So here still now I'm not getting any logical error. Now let's see, I value is 6. What's the reason for that? So market price is also fair enough. Then I think it's a type. I7 means type here. Okay. So here it's also fine. Then I7 should be there. So I think it's 8. So it will convert into a rating. So it's done. Then let's see for the rest of the then description is also concatenated. Then here description is also concatenated with this. Let me see what's there in description. Here I think high great phone, high performance and excellent camera. So it's done. Here still now there is no error. Now let's see is there any error in second. So there is no error. My flow failed and I execute it. I get an error that, let me just execute it again and show you what's the error was that. So here let's run it again and here let me stop that, so it will skip. So here you can see that value is too large to fit in the column data area buffer. So here whenever I am creating a column, there may be a possibility that data type or length of the column should not match. So let me go to the derived column and see here description length is only 50, but I should keep it as a wide. Why? Because so many characters are there. So let me stop its execution, click on the derived column, and here change the column width to 500. Okay, so it's done. Then let me click on OK and save that package and click on start. So here this type of small mistake may encounter. Okay, so here breakpoint I did not remove, so it's fire. If I want to skip it, let me just see here the data. Now see here in my description column, comma is not there, but still the data is there. No data is skipped. So here you can see that all the tasks are executed successfully and data is inserted into the database or in table. So if I execute it, now you can see the data is there. So this way you can perform data transformation task. Before ending this video, let me tell you what you have learned from this video. From this video, you have learned how to insert comma separated file data in SQL Server which contain comma itself a data. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as a source of your IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, do not feel hesitate to reach out us. Stay curious, keep learning.